Disney is celebrating its 100-year anniversary with the release of a new film, Wish. And this weekend, new movies starring Euphoria's Jacob Elordi and Nicolas Cage are hitting theaters. Our film critic, Rad, is here to break down all of this and more. Good morning, Rad. I have had my eye on 2 of the 3 of these movies, and one I'm probably going to bring my son to. So let's start out with that one. Let's start with Wish. There are lots of elements in this that you describe as a focus group throwback.
Yes.
So let's take a quick look.
Okay.
So I look up at the stars to guide me. I wish. And throw caution to every warning sign.
Oh, you spoil us with your magic.
I didn't do it.
All right, Rad, let's talk more about Wish.
Yeah, look, like you said, focus group throwback, right? Like, this is a movie that feels like almost corporate engineered to play on my nostalgia for growing up with Cinderella, with maybe a few people younger than me, their nostalgia for growing up with Frozen, and to that extent, like, you know, they're mixing like traditional 2D animation with 3D animation. They got like watercolors going on. They have a castle and a villain who can sorcerer stuff with, you know, green magic and all the kind of traditional elements, but again, without kind of the magic, without the feeling, without the liveliness. That's what I mean by it. It just feels like so like focus grouped in a sense, right? And you know, like I think like I felt the same things when Frozen came out. Like I had the same criticism for it, but Frozen had Olaf, who was really funny, and also had Let It Go.
Okay.
Right, like great music.
And Frozen was a hit. We did have Alan Tudyk in earlier recently, and he plays the goat, I believe, in this one, and very funny. So I expect funny things from that.
But again, like it's like if you're making a musical, you know, the old Disney movies, they would often rely on like Broadway musical writers to write their movies. This one has like pop stars writing their music, and it's just kind of embarrassing.
Quickly, who's this for?
This is for people who like who find movies like Pocahontas and Thumbelina memorable and worth going back to.
Okay.
I found them forgettable.
All right. Good to know, but something to take the kids to. So there's that. Okay, let's talk about this next movie, Saltburn, which is directed by Oscar-winning director Emerald Fennell, who also played Camilla Parker Bowles, of course, in The Crown. So what's this one about?
I didn't know that about her playing Camilla Parker. This is think of this as Talented Mr. Ripley, but for the Euphoria generation. Okay. And I mean, you see Euphoria's Jacob Elordi. He's right in there.
He's in there.
Yes, he's playing an ugly, rich heartthrob who kind of charitably or cynically invites a less wealthy young classmate into his toxic social circle as well as his home. And what this does is this movie it's about how like the cruelty among people who fight for popularity, whether in a school situation or in a wealthy home environment, and it kind of, you know, it borrows bits and pieces from so many other texts that we've seen before. That is one of those I mentioned, Talented Miss Ripley. It doesn't really add anything to that canon where it's really being critical of these groups, mainly because it's distracted with trying to get a rise out of us, a rise out of us with like, you know, just the ugly rich scenery and the cruel ways and the awful things that these people might commit to.
Quickly, who's this for? Because I want to talk about the next one a lot.
Okay, so this is for people who like movies like Nocturnal, Animals, and The Place Beyond the Pines, which are kind of, you know, intriguing follow-ups from filmmakers who are overrated from the get-go.
Okay, this next film stars Nicolas Cage, and you called it one of his best performances in years. So let's talk about Dream Scenario and what makes it so good.
Yeah, and also, by the way, shot in Canada. This is a discombobulatingly fascinating movie where Nicolas Cage plays kind of a common man professor, frumpy dude, who just randomly starts appearing in people's dreams. And it's actually based on like kind of this real website. Like, have you ever seen this man? Have you ever dreamed this man? Because there's this website where people claim, like thousands of strangers from across the world saying they all dream the same guy. And so that's what this movie, that phenomenon is what this movie's about. And what it does is it makes this about becoming insta-famous without doing anything particularly, you know, worthwhile, right? And so it takes on like the, you know, the problems that come with celebrity. It takes on like, you know, it becomes a really twisted satire that, you know, like, grapples with celebrity culture, but also like just like our own narcissism and stuff.
I love it, and I know that you loved it. I really want to see it. Thank you so much, Rad, for bringing that perspective. And
hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.